Right, so tucked in a corner out of the way, we've stumbled across this Massey Harris baler here. Unusual thing. I've not seen anything like this for a long time, certainly not at an auction. That's got an Armstrong Siddeley 2-cylinder engine on it. And it's quite a thing. It looks pretty complete. It looks pretty rot free. It's obviously been stored inside and been well looked after. Yeah, Armstrong Siddeley Motors Limited. Got the big key still in it. Rather you than me. But yeah, belt drive from the engine to that first gearbox. Packers had something in there it shouldn't have. But yeah, what a fantastic thing. So you've got a bale counter on it. Not bad for 54 bales, is it? Yeah. So there you go. Tucked in the corner. Somebody will be buying it. Make a lovely, lovely project. Yeah. Let's see what else I've done. Now I did spot these weights. Now I thought these were Ford weights. They look very similar, don't they? We've got 2 packs of those, but they're not. We've got 2 full packs. They don't come with a towing weight, you know, the towing one in the middle or the locking pin or anything. But nonetheless, 2 full sets of weights. Fleming transport box there. Little log splitter there with a petrol engine. Still got a log in it. Presumably that's where it broke down, with the log still in its mouth. Some Simba discs, Vernon mowers. Yeah, plenty of stuff. All being sorted out still at the moment. Right, let's have a look at some plant equipment next, I think. Right, we've got some remote control trench rammers there. All these, well, all remote control. Some of these pedestrian rollers on trailers, some without trailers, some trailers without rollers. A good selection of compressors. Some virtually new, some really old things. Look at this sort of thing I remember from a childhood, along the roadside of the roadworks, that kind of style thing. But over the way here we've got a bit of a monster generator. So you've got a V12 engine of some description. Not quite sure what make it is. Let's see if we can see any identifying features on it. Oh, there's. So you've got the V12, where you've got the little baby 6-cylinder. Made by Slington, but not sure what make of engine it is. Oh, Dorman diesel. So that is a monster. Yeah, solar charging pod. Has got a solar panel on the roof and numerous lockers where you can come and charge up your laptops, your phones. I suppose this would be a festival or, you know, some sort of show. Be there a long time. Inside, oh, it's got a generator. So okay, it says solar, doesn't it? But it's got a generator in there. And another one there, solar pod plant room. So we've got quite a lot of new stuff here. Excavator breakers. A lot of those, some huge ones. And then, as you know, we mention these every month. The pressure washer Bowsers. Looks like a big fleet from the same customer coming in there. These white and red ones. Like we said before, these do get a bit of a bash in. Nobody's baby, these ones. Well, they've got a brand new one here by the looks of it. Oh, brand new, but it's still, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Full damage, got damage on a brand new one. See what we've got at the front here. We've got some other pressure washing outfits here, different sort of things. A little pallet of Karcher pressure washers. Nice little steam cleaner there. Be nice if you could see these working. Be a handy sort of thing to have around on there. That's quite a dinky little thing. That's quite smart. Yeah. That's 13, single phase 13 amp. Quite a handy thing that. Okay, so we've got a few tractors sitting over here waiting to find their homes. And we've got a load of loading shovel booms here, loads of them. Don't know where the machines are that they came from. Right, let's keep on walking. Okay, so we've got a whole load of machines running here. Not sure if you can, hopefully you can hear me okay. We've got this hillside mower here, the steep banks. Yeah, lots of gang mowers, little booter. I've seen a few of these around. These little diesel dumpers are an unusual thing, not seen those here before. Okay, so over the other side we've got these Polaris trucks, plenty of those about. More mowers, some zero turns. These things are quite smart, got the big collector on the back, you can lift those right up and put those in a tall trailer or a skip or something. Then we're moving on to telehandlers. Obviously this one is one catching my eye. 520 M2, so that is, M stands for mono boom, so it doesn't extend. 2 is two-wheel drive. 520, what was that be? 2 ton at 5 meters? I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's an unusual one with a mono boom. It's got to be mid-80s, I would guess. I'm not sure if there's any registration on it at all. Be easy enough to find out though, I think. Yeah, nice little thing. That looks really straight and tidy at a glance. It's got some oil leaks, but at that age I think we'll forgive it, won't we? Yeah, nice little thing that, 5614, the lot number. And then of course we've got rows and rows. We've got these telly trucks, good little things. Some of the squeezers on, some of the grapples on. And then we got rows and rows and rows of the telehandlers. Fantastic. I'm gonna have a closer look at this. Right, moving into the truck area. So first off, we've got this 6x4 Scania there, like an off-road chassis thing, I think. A 650R XT. It's a bit unusual, that one. Yeah. You've got a fixed fifth wheel. Mid-sized cab on that one. Oh, almost get run over by a catering van there. So FH's, we've got a 6x2 twin wheel tag over there, 25 plate. Quite a nice looking thing. Some of my Vicos there. Oh, bit of a unloved daft there from Waterboard. So you've got quite a few gas powered trucks coming through now, which bring up their own issues with shipping and MOT style stuff. So that's quite a big ex Richard Long, I think, machinery transporter there. A row of tippers at the back there, Scanias, some ADR vehicles, and a lot of tippers again down here. So just never ceases to amaze, you know, say it every month, every time, how much stuff is here, and it'll all be gone by the end of in a few weeks, and new stuff will be turning up. Little green one there, I presume that's a Waitrose. Oh yeah, I'm just about to see it. So there's unusual stuff like that turning up, because Waitrose has got quite some old stuff. You know, they look after the kit and refurbish a lot of the stuff, but why that one individual truck has turned up here? There's a gas powered one as well, I think. Yeah, does ask the question really, why that one is here. They've got a whole fleet of these things running around. Be interesting to see what the market is for these gas trucks, whether it's a bit early in their sort of development, whether people trust them, I don't know. And your big DAFs, I think he's quite reasonably priced, these big DAFs. You've got a lot of truck for the money, definitely. Stuff getting loaded, container getting loaded over there. And then we run into the area where these shipping containers are. These are all in the auction as well, same as usual. Loads of them this time, absolutely loads. But they're not just your normal 20 and 40 foot boxes. These ones have all got something a little bit special, conversions, you know, side doors, little tiny houses and that sort of thing. Yeah, interesting stuff. Tractor tyres there, I've seen those in the catalogue. So what we got there, what are these? Van Nova. Not something I've really heard of, but are they any good? Let me know. A trio. Some new little factory sweepers there. Not sure what they run on. Are they gas or charging port electric then? Little selection of electric stuff here. Some stuff waiting to go to its new owner by the looks of it. Dumpers loaded up with quads from last time, no doubt. Another one loading up there, 360, going to Romania. Right, let's have a look around the truck, see if we can find something interesting for you to look at. Okay, so we've got this new yard out the back, full of trucks. We've got a concrete pump there, that's a bit of a beast. On a Renault chassis. Got a volumetric body on a Scania there. And we're moving on to more conventional drum mixers. 8-wheeler, 6-wheeler, 4-wheelers. Tippers everywhere. So maybe, you know, by Tuesday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, things are going to be more in order, stuff where it's supposed to be. But my general reasoning for coming here on a Monday is to get this video out on Monday night, so as many people can see this stuff as early as possible, you know, because people do ask, can you have a look at this, can you have a look at that on the other. If we're not getting the video out till Tuesday night, well, Wednesday morning the sale starts. So I know we're not having a proper investigative look around this stuff, ripping stuff apart, but at least if there's something you want me to have a cast my eye over, we can do that. And it'll give you plenty of time to have a think about it, make some phone calls, you know, arrange time to go and have a look at it in person before the actual sale. So 8,000 plus lots here. Not everything's going to be straight down the line. There's going to be problems with anything, but you know, selection wise, it's got it, hasn't it? For the seller wise, prices here are really strong. You know, got bidding from all over the world. I'm not sure how, you know, exchange rates and such like change things, they must help. And for the buyer's point of view, you know, you've just got a selection of stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else really. So win-win for everybody, especially for your auctions. They do put the effort in though, it's got to be said. An absolute army of people working here getting stuff ready, and on sale days it's impressive. Army of drivers taking stuff through the sales halls. Got mechanics on hand, fuel bowsers, battery, jump starting vehicles, everything you possibly need to get this place to run smoothly. It is a mammoth operation. So, you know, when you're paying your commission to your auctions, and you know, there's a lot of money, you know, they earned it, they really have. Some of these auctions don't do a massive amount for the money. Park it in a line and that's it, forget about it. But this lot really, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here. Right, let's go and see if we can find anything else interesting. I'm heading to the engines, one of the last things we're going to look at today. We'll see what we find on the way there. But just spotted this little plant truck. Now, I guess it'd be about 12 ton or something. It's only 2 axle, but look at the size of this ramp, absolutely massive. So you can get no problem with approach angles on that one. But that's a fair weight to be sat out the back of there. That is a lot of weight sitting on that one. We'll have a look on the ministry plate, see what sort of tonnage this is. Okay, it's probably 10 ton or so. Got a lorry running in the background, so apologies for that. Oh, that side's locked up, typical. Actually, some gap tool there. So more than likely it's bad access equipment going on this one. Let's see if we can find the ministry plate. It's probably over the other side, but we can't reach it. Anyway, that's quite different, isn't it? Quite a specialised body, really. Not sure what the payload would be after you take all that into account, but anyway, they do someone a good turn. Right, there's a little wander over here. See, there's a man with a jump starting vehicle with big probes. Gonna start that one. All Halfords gas powered trucks. Had some of those here last time. So we've got a wagon and drag outfit here, the big DAF. Recognise that, it's ex-Rainthorpe. I can just about see it now. Rainthorpe, they're machinery movers. The trailer's got combine wells, so they move a lot of sprayers, a lot of combines, a lot of farm machinery about. They've done a lot of work, that one, but it's certainly a nice body. Real useful bit of kit, that one. Car transporter there, the transport engineering body. Used to work on these for a couple of years, begrudgingly. As they go, the transport engineering was a good body. We used to look after some law things, and I can't remember what the others were. Transport engineering were probably the best. Right, let's head for these engines, unless I find something else in the meantime. Okay, so yet again I'm got distracted. There's a little lineup of these forklifts here, and they're out of the way, so we'll have a quick look around one of these. So it's a JQ Power CPC 35, or whatever else you want to brand it or call it. I'm sure they change them by the month. So it's got a triple mast on it. It says it's got a side shift on the forks. It's 4-wheel drive. It's all pretty modern looking thing. The cab's it's not too bad. It's a bit awkward getting in, I should imagine, hopping up inside it. But inside, the seat's pretty basic. So it's not got air fan. It's got the signature aircon fan there. It's got, you know, digital bits. It's got a, you know, it's going to tempt me in it. I've got to have it because of the sports steering wheel. So down here it's got a little digital, it's got a USB charger, and I don't know what all these other things are. But then you got bits like this that are just made of tin. and this mat, which is going to last 5 minutes. Your heel's going to be through that in days. So underneath we've got a 4-cylinder diesel. I've no idea what make it is. It's all written in Chinese. I've heard these things running. They're pretty loud and rattly. They don't sound, you know, there's no soundproofing anywhere. It's all just bare metal, which is probably why they sound so the way they do. Well, that doesn't seem to want to shut properly now either. Let's try it. Put my elbow on it. Yeah, it's just about shut. Yeah, it's got all the flashy lights and bits all over it, but I don't know. I think the last lot of these went for, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, £4,000 or £5,000, I think, which is a lot of machine for the money, isn't it? But how long are they going to last? You know, if you drive them with respect and such like, you'd probably be fine. But you get some rough head on it, abusing it, it's not going to stand up to, you know, the abuse. Yeah, be interesting to see where these are in 10 years time. I'd imagine they'll be, yeah, sat in the corner of a yard maybe in the brambles. But so we'll watch them on the auction again, see what they go for. So these green ones have got the triple mast, and you've got this one at the back. They're all slightly different. See, it's only got a single mast on that one. Cab's a little bit different. See, it's got technology, a certain amount of technology on these. Yeah, this is different cab altogether, different entry, but they've got cable operated controls. You're not on servos, you know, that's quite doing that all day, but it's got a wood effect knob on it, so that's good. Yeah, let's have a quick look under the bonnet of this one. I dare say it's the same engine. Well, it looks like it's been painted by hand. It's got runs in it. Yeah, so no idea what it is, whether it's sort of CE approved or whatever, or type approved or whatever it needs, I don't know. Got reverse lights on there. Let's see if we can turn those off. See if we can work out how it works. Oh wow, I've just spotted this. Let's just see the engine through there. That's good. Hey, hello. Oh, I don't know. It'd do somebody a good turn, wouldn't it? Do someone a good turn. Oh, you got a brand new forklift turned up. Oh, fantastic, boss. What is it? JCB, Manitou, Merlot, Bobcat, yellow. Yeah. I wouldn't mind one at home for playing with. But as far as on a site or a farm, I'd be continually worrying about how long before the next thing broke, I think. Time will tell though. Anyway, let's find these engines. Right, we're almost at the engines, I promise. Just sort of call by and look at this wash bay. Now, if you've ever seen anything like this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 people washing stuff off all the time. Absolute massive concern. So they can wash stuff off for export here, get it all ready for shipping. They've got a special area and buildings here just for welding buckets up and repairing stuff. And over the other side they got a workshop which is pretty much equipped for anything. So you know, you know where your commissions go in on all this infrastructure. Absolutely fantastic place. Got a few little bits here before we make our way to the engines. Got some old forklifts here. I think these are stuff this one hasn't moved for a while, but they have got some big stuff that they use around the yard. So, right, engines, here we come, promise. Right, we're almost there. Now that last sale, somebody kindly requested me to not spend so much time on the, I quote, shitty buckets, and spend more time on the engines. So there's the buckets, hundreds and hundreds, brand new to knackered, mini digger to monster digger. Anyway, here we go. Got a few engines. Let's see if we can identify anything here. I'll have to look for names. So we've got a 6-cylinder Scania there with a gearbox still. First one we found. You'll probably spot something you know. So a DAF chassis there, a Packard 6-cylinder. A Scania there, 6-cylinder, an older thing that. You know, spinner, oil spinner. Do they still have those? Not sure. So Renault. Just want to spot something a bit more interesting. So ERF here, ERF chassis with a tip-in ram on it and gearbox. All sorts of bonus bits added on there for you. So an air-cooled thing here. Not sure what that is. Let's have a quick look around the other side. Some of these have tipped over. There's oil everywhere around here. It's a bit of a mess. So what we got here? Deutz, okay. A Deutz air-cooled. Got an axle and an engine there. That's a bonus. And the same here. Oh, okay. So we've got the engine, gearbox, prop shaft, springs. Got a whole lot there. Just need a couple of bits of railway tracks for chassis rails. You'd be well away. It's got a little Volvo engine there. Okay, let's see what we can find. Perkins. Not sure. Clearly a shiny Caterpillar there. From some marine engine place. Okay, you've got a Deutz there. Seen better days. Okay. Crikey. That's a shame. What else we got? Okay, a little DAF engine, Packard. Not quite sure what that one is. Oh, I have a compressor, that one. It's got a big Volvo FH engine, more like MAN with a gearbox. Another MAN, another one of those V8 cats over there. Well, Perkins Eagle diesel. Might be of interest to somebody around here. I think a Rolls Royce. Yeah, that'll create some interest to somebody, I think. Little MAN, that was 7.5 tonner. Scan through all these, I don't. If engines are your thing, I'm sure you'll find something here that you're interested in. There's a good couple of hundred, I would say, here. Mitsubishi. So what's that out of? Big Shogun or something? Pretty muddy, so quite possibly some farm vehicle. Got a pair of Fiat engines there, a pair of V6 Fiats. It's unusual, and then looks like another one over there, possibly. Or is it? Or is it I'm just getting fooled by the colour? Okay, so it's an air-cooled Lister. Yeah, a bit like a Fiat, I suppose. Same colour. Smaller stuff here. Van engines, I'm guessing. Trying to identify some parts. A couple the John Deere's there on the pallet. Big Honda. Just DAF, Volvo. Another air-cooled Deutz. 5-cylinder, okay. What would that be fitted to? Let us know. Some more sort of just blocks without all the ancillaries. I've no idea whether they've been tested or whether any sort of write-up on each one of these to tell you what's what. Little Perkins there, looks new, but why is it here? Hive of activity. Probably safer walking between these engines than down the aisle, really. All these forklifts buzzing around. Something there, and a big Cummins and a big frame. Oh, that's a substantial frame. Five-cylinder Scania. What's that from then? Is that a newish truck engine, or was that some marine thing? I don't know. Another Rolls Royce here in a frame. Bit of a monster. Renault. We're just spotting some names here as we go past. Don't want you tuning out before we get to the last bit. Renault. We've got a Ford here. It's a bit more recognisable. Ford tractor engine with a crisscross block on it. Yeah, not sure what. Look at the turbo. That's been added after, I would say. Doesn't look familiar. That's an unusual plate on there as well. But it looks like there used to be a bit of tin. That doesn't look. Maybe my memory is playing games with me. Iveco Tector engine. Big Mercedes there. Volvos. And there we go. That's your engines done. Nice selection of generators there. And welder, genset welder things. And this looks a little bit familiar, this. Oop. This generator sits on a chassis, same chassis almost as those little mini diggers, the Chinese mini diggers. So a lot of stuff coming into this sale from overseas, but that's fine. When was the last time you watched an English television? Right, one last little look round. We've got some compact tractors to find, I think, and maybe some cars, see if there's anything interesting, and that'll be about it. This video will probably be in two halves later, so you'll probably be listening to the second half right now. And like I said earlier, we'll try and do a results video. It depends on my time schedule, whether I can watch how many of the auctions I can watch to write down the prices. It's not always possible to capture the price after the video auction's ended. I'll do my very best. And right, let's head and see if we can find some compact tractors. Right, so we stumbled across this little beauty, Austin of England. Not sure exactly what model it is. Let's have a look if it says anything on the back. Someone will be able to tell me, no doubt. That is a really nice thing. I'm sure it's covered in dust, but it looks all straight. It doesn't look, you know, it looks really nice. Some of these things you can see they're obviously got problems with, but it does make you wonder why something like this has ended up here. There must be better places to sell an old classic car. But so we look inside, a lot of all real wood, lovely thing. Look at the headlining. That was a proper luxury thing in its day, I would imagine. An ashtray, all the dials, that's lovely. That really is nice. And the door shuts beautifully. Right, a lot of the compact tractors were around here, as you can see there, lifting them up and taking them away. So we're going to try and find where they're putting them, because there's normally a good selection of compacts here. We've got some golf buggies, utility carts. Amazing selection of stuff. I'd imagine working here would be very hard work, but very rewarding and very interesting. Old Hilux there. That'll live to see another day. What about these ones? Little electric cars. We always have a selection of these here. Wow. Bit of fun. Don't think I wouldn't feel very safe in one, but I'm sure they're good fun to ride around. Okay, so we've got a few compacts over here. Another one of these little loading shovels there. Okay, so we've got John Deere's. Nice looking things. I guess one wants the tracking sorting out though. Look at the tyres. But that's a nice thing. It's got a little bit of damage, been patched up. The 19 plate, nice thing that, yeah, good cab. 106R. So this is how we get these loading shovels about, I guess. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, it's got some mowers. And they're laying the tractors down up here, so maybe there isn't as many here as normal. Mainly John Deere by the looks of it, John Deere Kubota. They normally got a good selection of Chinesey things, but these all seem to be quite good quality ones. Sort of, you know, well-known branded things. Just lifted this Kubota into place with a chain. It's a handy thing actually, that. Got a good bucket on it. Little Valiant. Little pivot steer thing. Nice. Right, if you can hear that in the background, that is one of those forklifts I was talking about. See how noisy they are. Really raw, they do. Okay. We'll have a little walk through these vehicles, see what's here. Plenty of Range Rovers, pickups, a lot of pickups, Rangers, Raptors, little Mocha there, all sorts of stuff. This is pretty much where we started the journey, between all the vans. But yeah, got a lot of money's worth here, the Range Rovers. Let's have a quick look at this one. Nice looking thing. Yeah, all open. Yeah, the posh thing. SVR. Whatever you want really, come and get it. Yeah, some Defenders, 10 plate and a 59. Not sure whether the market on these Defenders are dropping off a little bit. I know at one point they were commanding crazy figures when they first, you know, when they stopped making them. The second-hand market went mental, but I think that's settled out now. Okay, a lot of dust around here today. Everything's thick with dust. Now here's an unusual one. The Land Cruiser. I'm not sure if that's a Land Cruiser Amazon or what, but she's a bit rusty around the panels, but they are bulletproof things. I imagine that's probably got a good chance of being exported, that one. Next to a little Vitara. Nice. Right, here's another one. Bit of an unusual thing. Big Chevy pickup. Looks like it's belonged to some tree surgeon. Got a bit of a tool locker going on the side here. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's tidy enough, isn't it? It's been well loved. But as tree surgery vehicles go, might be a bit of overkill. Not sure what his bill would be for cutting down a few trees. If he's got to fuel this thing, probably not for me. But that is a beast, no doubt. But yeah, I'm not sure if turning up to a job in something like that is really going to do your business a great deal of good. Okay, it's another V8 Land Cruiser there. Solid bit of kit. I think that'd be far preferable over a Range Rover. Okay, got some random stuff sitting around. A few forklifts. Oh, flat tire on that one, that's why that one sat there. Right, and final walkthrough, vans galore. All come from the same homes, these ones, you can tell. Not sure who this was, might be able to see in the right light where they come from. But no doubt these have all been maintained properly. Whereas these individual things, the odds and sods, yeah, you're not really sure on some of those. Bit of a rough life, some of them. But yeah, these little vans, probably been, you know, utilities or something. Usually well looked after. Right, we're almost there.